guys, what is up? This is Matthew, it's me once again, and welcome back to another cooking video. I have probably like 2 more recipes that I'm going to make this month, and then I'll wait till July to do my next one, which isn't too far away. It's just like a little less than 2 weeks. But I just wanted to, there were a couple recipes that I really wanted to do for this video. I could have just waited, but I got all the ingredients for them, so yeah, I'm going to do them this month. I mean, I might be able to get them done this week, hopefully. But, I mean, I already did the boluses from Elden Ring. But, yeah, this was another recipe I wanted to make because, unlike a lot of my other recipes that I made for you guys, most of them being desserts, this one actually has quite a bit of healthy stuff in it. And I could see why, because this is from one of the Legend of Zelda games. And that being The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Of course, I have to talk about the game itself. Once upon a time, there was a time when this game was announced, people were furious. They thought the game looked like absolute trash, mainly just due to the fact that the game was cel-shaded and didn't have that dark tone we were used to seeing in Zelda games. Especially since we had to wait for Twilight Princess a few years later, which was also announced, but for now, we had to stick with Wind Waker. And when it was released, they were all like, okay, this isn't horrible, but years later, it has become one of the all-time greatest Zelda games. And it's one of my personal favorites. It's the first Zelda game I've ever beaten. The game has so much charm to it in terms of its style. Toon Link is personally my favorite version of Link. I have multiple plushies of Toon Link over there, including a bigger sized one. I've always loved his design, and yeah, most people have been demanding an HD remaster for the Switch. We were hoping it would be announced today, just like with Twilight Princess, but we haven't gotten that. But they did announce that there was going to be a new Zelda game that's going to be in 2D, and we actually get to play as Zelda. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But, you know, if we ever get it, it's probably just going to come out on the Switch too, because we're in an era where the Switch might be at the end of its lifespan, because, you know, they have to have that new console. Also, I tried looking for a Legend of Zelda shirt since my other ones don't fit me anymore. The closest one I could find was a Pokemon one. So yeah, that's the closest thing I could find because that's Nintendo, so yeah. But I do have this hat, so there you go. Alright, now, anyways, we're going to be making the Elixir soup from Wind Waker. This is a soup that you get from your grandmother, where if you visit her, she can give you some of the Elixir soup that she made a lot for you during your years before having to go and rescue your sister. As if you have a bottle, she'll give some to you that you can consume while you're going throughout your adventure. If you're low on health, you can just gulp up that bad boy and all your health will be restored. And the best part about it, you can use it twice. And once you're done with it, you can go back and continuously get more soup. So yeah, it's very helpful, especially since it's coming from your grandmother. But anyways, yeah, there are actually quite a bit of ingredients. This is actually kind of a vegetarian recipe, though I will be using chicken broth, but you can also use vegetable broth. But anyways, now, for this recipe, you're going to need 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 yellow onion chopped, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 2 medium yellow squash chopped, 2 carrots peeled and chopped, 1/4 cup of chopped cauliflower, 2 turnips peeled and chopped, 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, 1 to 2 tablespoons of aji amarillo paste to taste, or you could use 1 to 2 yellow chili peppers, or you could just use 2 jalapenos, which is what I'll be using. 4 cups of chicken or vegetable stock, like I mentioned before, 1 teaspoon of yellow food coloring, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, salt and ground black pepper to taste, and chives finely chopped for garnish. Now, without further ado, let's get to making. Alright, first thing you want to do is chop up your yellow onion. Now you want to get yourself a saucepan. Then add 2 of the 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then you want to add in the chopped onion. You want to cook until it is translucent which will take about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you want to add in the minced garlic. Then cook it until fragrant, which will take about a minute more. Now we just want to chop up the other ingredients because we're going to add them in too. Oh, God. God. I got jalapeno juice in my eye. Oh. This is why I don't really like raw peppers. Oh. I'm sorry. I figured I should just leave that in for a blooper, but look how red my eye is now. Okay, I'm just gonna... I should wash my hands now. Just... Oh, okay. I should have just found that paste and that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I had to get a bigger pot. So, yeah, this is the 1/4 cup of cauliflower. Just chop all those vegetables in that you just saw into the pot, and just put them into the pot. You also want to add in the 1/4 cup of lemon juice. All right, and then you want to add in the remaining 4 tablespoons of butter. You also want to add in 2 cups of the vegetable or chicken stock and bring it to a boil. You then want to set the stove to low, and you want to just let it simmer until the vegetables are very tender, which will take about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you want to take the soup off the burner and let it cool for about 10 minutes until it's at least just warm. Next, you want to get yourself a blender or a food processor because we're going to be making this into like a puree. This isn't all of it. It's said to put all of it, but yeah, I don't think that's even going to fit a whole blender. So yeah, I'm going to have to do this a couple of times. So yeah, I'm going to have to make 2 purees and dump it back in. But yeah, anyways, yeah, let's smooth this out and make it into like a puree. And once I get both of these done into a puree, then I'm going to put it back into the pot. You also want to make sure that there is a piece that you can take off, so the steam will, some of the steam can come out of it. This has like little holes in it, so yeah, that's fine. So yeah, let's puree this. Okay, yeah, that should be nice and smooth enough. So yeah, then you want to put it back into the pot. Though, yeah, I think I should put this one back in there. That way I'll have room for the other one. So, well, yeah, you get my point. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut away till both of the things are in full puree. So, yeah. All right, now let's dump these back into the pot. And whoops, the thing came out. I'll get that. Now you just want it to simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes. You can stir a bit if you want. Yeah, it's something I'd recommend. I feel like it needed to be a little bit more pureed, but we're going to be adding in more broth, so yeah. So yeah, as it's on low heat, you just want to add in the 2 cups, the remaining 2 cups of broth. Just stir it until you have reached the desired consistency, which I think we are getting there. Then you want to stir in the 1 teaspoon of lemon zest and the 1 teaspoon of yellow food coloring. I wish I didn't get such a thick one. I know it kind of looks like honey, but trust me, it's food coloring. Alright, now for the finishing touches, we just want to add in a little bit of salt and pepper to add in some taste. Then we just want to remove it from the heat. Now, this isn't something that I necessarily think you have to do, but because it's food after all, you're going to be eating it. It's not like you're making a craft to decorate for your room, because that's just weird. But you want to get yourself a jar, presumably like in the game, and you want to dump some of that right into the jar. By the way, that's what it said in the book to do. Okay, now for the very last touch. Chives for garnish. Put the lid on, and there you go. That is the soup, the Elixir soup from the... Hold on, I'm actually going to move this fire extinguisher out the way. Yep, that is the soup from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, the Elixir soup. So yeah, it has kind of a strong resemblance. I've seen other people make it, but normally Link would just drink it out of the jar, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it in a regular bowl, as I'm going to have this for dinner. So yeah, let's eat this. Alright, let's see how much good taste Link's grandma has. Kind of an interesting taste. I could definitely taste a bit of the lemon zest. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of onions, and I've never actually had terms before, but yeah, with the amount of vegetables this has, I could definitely see why Link would gain all of his health back. Just from a few simple sips of this soup. So yeah, it's not like any other soup I've had before, but yeah, it's definitely a very interesting one. It's, I could say if you don't really like vegetables all that much, you don't like squash or anything like that, it probably isn't for you, but I don't know, it has a really, it definitely has a zesty feeling to it, but I mean, it's definitely more, I mean, the fact that you don't put any meat in it, I mean, you could use either chicken stock or vegetable stock to make it full vegetable. You could use vegetable stock. So, yeah, it's a really interesting flavor. I like it. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to finish this up. You can also add more salt to it if it's not salty enough. So, yeah, just like any other soup, really. But, yeah, I really enjoy this. And I still have some leftover portal cake and Elden Ring boluses to have for dessert, so yeah, I got more stuff to look forward to after this. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna try making one more recipe video before the month ends. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.